Welcome back to the channel Future CAs. I hope you're doing great. Great wouldn't be the right word to use right now. I know the ICA results that have been declared in September attempt, not in the January, not in the May. Last couple of attempts, it's always been a little harsh on the students recently, especially the September attempt. The results are way too less than expected. Very minute number of students have passed. I know there is very little number of students who are celebrating their successes today, but there's a vast majority of students who are struggling to understand what has went wrong, what mistakes have they done, what could be improved, how to face this situation and bounce back for the next 2 months to write in January 2026. We are introducing the power packed schedule for next 2 months for January 2026, making sure that you are ready for exam as well as making sure that your confidence is boosted up in the next 2 months period. So what's happening in the result process, guys? There are two things which we believe are a problem for a student, or two things which are required for him to pass. One, he must have a conceptual clarity. Conceptual clarity is being the utmost and the most important thing these days, because ICA papers are today drafted not only test your memory, but also drafted for the purpose of understanding whether you have analytical skills to understand the question and make sure that you apply your concept in a rightful way. It is not only memory, it should be conceptual clarity for you. So if you're lacking conceptual clarity, that will be a huge problem for us. But I know majority of you watching this video have conceptual clarity. You know what the subject is. You know what the chapter is expecting. You know what the concept is. But the problem is there is something lacking behind when it comes to the exam perspective. Once you have learned it, you are not able to put it on the paper on a rightful basis. Whatever that you have here in your brain that is not able to be presented properly on the paper, you're lacking presentation. You're not able to write 100 marks of an exam. You're lacking time management. You're lacking a choice question. You are unable to take which question to be taken as a choice. You are unable to tackle yourself, manage yourself mentally in that 3 hours of time. So papers have been difficult, I agree. Papers have been tricky. Papers have been lengthy. Papers have been a lot more difficult than the previous attempts. But let's not get in the fact why they are difficult. Let's make sure that we are ready for those difficult papers. So what happens here is our mock exams which are conducted in the next 2 months will have 2 mock exams if you're writing both groups. You'll be having 3 mock exams if you're writing single group, right? If you're writing only group 1 or only group 2, you'll have 3 mock exams. So during this process of mock exam, the first mock exam will be conducted for 6+1 days. And if you're writing both groups, the second mock exam will be conducted for 1+1 day, replicating the ICS pattern. Now, ICS timings, ICS pattern, ICS OMR sheet, ICS booklet, everything will be replicated in order to make sure that, in an effort to make sure that you are able to write exam as if it is an ICA exam, making sure that you are getting ready for the war, making sure that you are ready for the battle before its even starts. That fear of examination must be completely removed through these 2 months of mock exams. So what happens is, during this mock exam, sir, to make sure that you guys are on right track to prepare and right pace to prepare, because we have only 2 months of time left, the study hours environment should be very, very peaceful for you, very much silent, very much study oriented. It must be encouraging you to sit down and study on a longer period of basis. We will provide a peaceful study environment for you throughout the 2 months period, where on a daily basis you will get targets to make sure that the pace is on the right track. You're not deviating from the process, making sure that ABC analysis is given, priority list is given, so that you'll focus on the few chapters which carry a huge amount of weightage. At the same point of time, trying to complete the entire set of syllabus, but giving more importance to some priority chapters. ABC analysis and priority list will be given to you. On top of it, you'll be mentored throughout the process. You'll have our doubts faculty available on a daily basis for at least 4 hours if you have missed out on any concept. So there won't be any lacking concept at the end of the day. You'll be able to clarify every single doubt you have. And once in a while, our regular faculties will also visit to make sure that your confidence is boosted. We do come and do motivations once in a while to make sure that your morale is boosted in nature. Then, once your exams are conducted, these question papers which you are going to write are curated in such a manner that you will taste every single flavor of ICA exams. Some papers we draft will be tricky. Some papers will be average. Some papers will be very difficult. Some papers will be very lengthy in nature. Some papers will be a combination of everything. Some papers MCQs are difficult, subjective is easy. Some papers MCQs are easy, subjective might be difficult. We'll try to replicate and recreate the flavors that ICA wants to implement in their exams, which will make sure that you are exam ready by the time January comes in. Once you have written this exam, I know we will make mistakes. Making mistakes is not a problem. Once you have made mistakes in this mock exam, you have to rectify them and make sure that they're not repeated in the main exams. For that purpose, your papers will be evaluated in a very expeditious manner in 2 days. Within 2 days, you will get your papers back with proper amount of remarks. Feedback will be given. What has went wrong? Why marks have been deducted? What could have been improved? What should you focus more on so that you'll be able to write and present in a better manner? This presentation tips, this time management tips, this motivation which happens on a regular basis will keep you on track for the entire 2 months period. We know there's only 2 months period, which is very little to complete it, but making sure that we'll utmost possible usage is done for these 2 months, we have to go through all the mock exams. Then you will have our mentoring. You will have our mentoring on a regular basis. You can talk with our faculties, you can talk with our junior faculties, doubt faculties, whosoever you find comfortable, you can talk and make sure that you are able to feel comfortable with the study plan which we are drafting. So the conceptual clarity is there. Sir, but I'm missing out on the presentation part. Then this is the right point for you to choose and enroll for these study hours and exam series. So if you have any doubts or any other queries about this study hours and exam concept, you can go through the number which is scrolling down in this particular video. Contact them. They will give you much further details if you are required, or they'll give you the option to enroll into the program. The program is going to start very, very soon. Make sure that you're not wasting any more time from here. Let's bounce back and show what we are made of. January attempt, we'll ace it. Thank you guys. We'll meet you in the next video.